One of the biggest priority now that we have in Europe is to get rid of Russian gas. The way we get rid of Russian gas is primarily by decreasing our gas demand. And when we look at the electricity sector, one way to reduce our gas consumption is to make sure that we have a more flexible grid. Today, we use a lot of gas for peak load power. And so the more renewables we have, but also the more flexible the grid, the less gas we need and the more free we will be. So today we have electricity prices that are quite high for thousands of hours a year. And those are the moments where we need gas in order to produce the final electron that we need to stabilize the frequency of the grid. And so flexibility solutions are very helpful in providing a lower cost solution than a peak load gas power to balance the grid. So a more flexible grid also means that at the end of the day, we can have cheaper electricity for everyone, which is good for the purchasing power of European families, but it's also good for the cost competitiveness of our businesses, especially the energy-intensive industry that needs electricity to decarbonize. So the first thing we need to do is implementing the Green Deal legislation. And I'm quite scared because now the Commission wants to dismantle several pieces of legislation. The Corporate Social Responsibility Directive, the CO2 Standard for Cars regulation, soon also the Energy Efficiency Directive. And what I fear is that this may also impact the electricity sector. So we need regulatory stability. That means first and foremost implementing the things on which we have already agreed. And then if there's one area where we need a little bit more regulation and investment, it's really the grids. And here what I hope is we can have an adult conversation to make sure that we make the greatest potential of flexibility to optimize the existing grid, but also to make sure that the new grid we will have to build will really be built in the places where they are absolutely needed. So flexibility is important from that perspective to really make the best of the electricity grid that we have now and of the modernized and expanded electricity grid we'll have in the coming decades.